So a community member of mine and other people asked how they defeat the Tower 150 garden with the Lunatic Fall Eviscerate bug build because they cannot deal any damage to the tower bosses. They're gonna melt the elites in second, but they don't do any damage to the bosses. Well, and first of all, the important thing is how to understand how this build works, and we gonna go into the explanation of how the mechanic and the back interaction will work. And after that, I will show you out my pit or my tower 150 clear how this will work. So right now I'm like rank 185 with a tier 150. So how does how does this bug work? There are two things you need to consider. First of all, it works because of the soul shard, the legion shard with the evisceration fragment. While an enemy is eviscerated, you will summon demons, prioritize them, and gain 50% increased movement speed. Lesser demon skills gain 2% chance to eviscerate enemies that are already eviscerated. That is also the reason why it is only like a lead killer, because the minions will just go on to the elites or the boss. This is also the reason why it get doubled and multiplied with all of the damage, so you will deal a negative damage. In addition, you have the aspect of mutilation, so if you fail to eviscerate an enemy, you still apply the damage of its bleeding for 3 seconds. And this is now how this bug will work. With the Pain Gorgeous Gauntlet, damaging enemies with a non-basic skill cast mark them for 3 seconds. When a basic skill first hits a marked enemy, the basic skill damage is equal to all marked enemies, dealing the increased damage. So with Pain Gorgeous, we gonna multiply the damage that we're gonna do for the eviscerate, and then with our rampage, we gonna do this at our first hit. So you can see each strike from rampage sends a second smash forward, and this little note here, elite hit chance, rampage has a 100% chance to trigger its eviscerate. So that is how all the interaction work. But now it is a question, why does it not work against an enemy or a tower boss alone? Well, because you are only fighting against one enemy, and that is the problem. In the pit, it is no problem because no enemy will despawn, so you will just one-shot him. But in the tower, it is kind of more trickier. You will despawn all of the minions that he has around him, and you're only gonna fight against the boss himself. So you have only 2 chances how to defeat him. So this is my tower 150 clear now. And as you can see, my strategy was kind of the A strategy, that I gather around many mobs before I defeat the last elites to get many mobs of my own to then just one-shot him, because when you have many monsters by your own with the summon, you will deal all of the damage with the restoration fragment and the Pain Gorgeous Gauntlet. But you have kind of limited time. The problem was I got defeated while the boss was spawning in. Normally it is fail and you need to start again. But funny enough, it kind of bugged out because there were some mobs from either the garden. I don't know if it's just the garden that spawns these enemies, or if these are from the leads. And these are the key to make this work. And because I got now many mobs, also the mobs here around at the top, I gather them all, and then I just started to blast my rotor through, and then I could just defeat him once I ramped up all the damage. You can see now he should fall in like the next couple of seconds, and that is how you need to produce it. So it is kind of a trick here. So you can see now the tower boss was dead. So it is really important for you to either get 2 of these things going. First of all, try to get all of your minions together and try to get a lot of enemies together before you're gonna defeat the last elite. So you will get a lot of your minions, because they will also get defeated. Because with the Lunatic fall, that will just get triggered, and then you're gonna defeat all of your enemies, and then it will get triggered by Pain Gorgeous. But it is kind of hard, or you need to kinda die on the moment when these boss spawns and also some of the hounds, and then just get your hounds or some mobs back out and then stay alive when the boss is still there, and then you can defeat him pretty easily. But it needs multiple tries. I think I tried around 1 hour to get this going, because every time you're only fighting against the tower and you don't kill him in like the first 10 seconds, you can just rinse and repeat, because you won't kill him in the time, because you just don't have this multiplier. In addition, it is also important to get kind of more damage. Even though we are dealing more damage, the more damage you have, the easier it becomes to replicate. So the bleed from the eviscerate could normally not crit, but the bleed damage is based on the skill damage, and their skill can crit. So the bleed damage is based on the skill damage of Command Fallen. And if Command Fallen or the Rampage crits, then this will get also applied to your evisceration, and this will do the huge amounts of your bleeding. So this is also the reason why you're gonna go for terminology skills and ranks to your Command Fallen to get more damage out of it. So this is the reason why you have a hard time to kill the tower boss, because it's most of the time alone, and why it is so easy in the pit, because most of the time he has minions on it. So yeah, two strategies: either try out to one-shot him right away, but if you fail to one-shot him, you need to rinse and repeat, or you can manage to gather some enemies around. I will still try this out if I can replicate this more often with the minions, and then we'll do another update on it. But also, a pretty important topic. This is not the best farming build for Warlock in general. It is only the best in the pit and the tower. For every other content, this build is completely trash, because you can only kill elites. It is really, really low against normal mobs, and I'm still farming with my normal Lunatic build in normal locations like Nightmare Dungeons, the Undercity, the Hell Tides, and it is way faster. So I get two setups: the Lunatic pit with my evisceration going on here, right, is because I changed some things, and also the normal Lunatic. The other version is also pretty good. So I can just show this in a manage pretty quickly. In this, the normal build, that I also posted a guide about it, and just run through it, kill the enemies, because with Gutsler's Crown we're gonna kill and we're gonna pull the enemies together, and if you ramp it up a bit, then it will become super good, and you will clear all of the mobs out, and you can then farm way faster than with the evisceration build. It is only better for pit or for tower. Keep that in mind for the normal farm with the Lunatic. And the best thing is, the two builds are kinda the same. There are only like 2 or 3 different things that you need to consider. Like with your normal Lunatic, you will have a normal weapon. With your Hellbent commander, you don't have the evisceration, and you also have another Rampage as a Hellfire skill. But I want to show now also some Lunatic pit variations for the tower of that you can kind of go for. So I got the setup with Enduring Faith and the Horizons. Why? Because I didn't find a mythic seal yet, so I cannot go for the 3 slots and the 4-piece bonus, and the 2 slots and the 3-piece bonus of the sigil set. So I went with the legendary and with Enduring Faith. Why Enduring Faith? Because it will give us so much defense that we need, because we're fighting so many mobs in the tower. We cannot see anything because of the puddles. We are kind of at least a bit more defense, because thanks to Enduring Faith, the damage will be dealt in 4 seconds. So, but there are kind of some more setups. You can also go for the Dirge of Odium. You can kind of spam that a lot more. So I think Enduring Faith is better, but by far the best setup is still with your 2 seals, like your Brass and Chains, the 4 set piece bonus, and then the 2 of your Nameless. So then you will have the 5 set bonus of the one and the 3 set bonus of the other, and then you can just blast to the tower 150. I'm also playing currently with the Seed of Horizon, but you can also take a legendary one. So let's go quickly through the gear. I got the Cage of Madness. I got a maximum resource because the more resource I have, the more damage I will do with the Command Fallen because of Seed of Horizon, which means also that our evisceration will deal more damage. So currently I got 268 resource on the town. Try to get maximum resource, and credit, and for your temper go for max life. Also get a maximum of your value. You can get this with the unique power reroll and then just put your helmet in and get the max roll. So then for your chest, Tile Smite is by far the best because it will give us a lot of defense. Go also with the damage reduction as your GA and also as your crit, and then as a temper with maximum life. For your gloves, King Gorgeous Gauntlet, get the max effect. These are our core that piece for the spell to work. Also get like willpower, max life, attack speed or something. For your pens, you can either take temerity, they are also pretty good. You kind of need still more life. You can take temerity. You will lose a bit of damage because you cannot get the 4 to Command Fallen. You can stay longer alive in the tower with the 100% barrier, but I got one with Command Fallen, plus also all resistance, max life and willpower, and as aspect go for the aspect of family strength, so we're gonna get more damage reduction. For your boots, I got the aspect of malevolence, so we're gonna get slightly more damage because of overpower. It's like 45% more damage. For your weapon, aspect of mutilation, this is our main aspect. And for your stats, go for willpower, max life, life and hit is kind of good for me, and damage over time, and also get your damage over time. Temper is a crit, and also go as a normal FX also for damage over time. For your transfiguration, attack speed is pretty good, so you're gonna attack faster. In general, all of your gear should have damage over time fixes on it. For amulet, as I said, I'm using Seed of Horizon, but you can also use like a legendary amulet with the Hellpen command aspects. So as you can see, he has 40 terminology skills and plus 3 to all skills. That helps him a lot. And also plus 5 to Command Fallen, so this gives a lot of damage with the evisceration. Oh, but as I said, you need a kind of GG amulet to get this. So for a kind of more badge setup, take the Seed of Horizon. I got it with maximum resource, and credit. For transfiguration, I got the when killing your demons, you have a chance for each to count as 2 kills. This is to help me for the tower to get the requirements for all of the summons faster to have a higher chance to one-shot him. Then for your 2 rings, go for the Hellbent commander aspect, and also for the aspect of Frenzied Onslaught, so your summons gain more attack speed, and also you deal increased summon damage, but only if you have Seed of Horizon. Don't have Seed of Horizon, go for Hellbent command aspect as your amulet. And for the affixes, go for damage over time multiplier on both of them. For your temper, also go for terminology damage and hit your max life if you got a max life on it. For it's pretty clear, Ignice for the vulnerability and also Nago Brit. So we're gonna cast our Dark Prison. And for the rest, let's go for diamonds. For soldier, as I said, evisceration fragment, and the skill tree pretty simple: max out Command Fallen, Mega Lunatic, Wrath, Dominance, then max out Tortured Dredge, Punching Back, cost reduction and duration, and 2 points into Dark Prison, as also Chain Aura, Fortify and Weaken, and max into Rampage, Shockwave, Heal Streak damage, and Elite hit chance. For Sigil of Summons, go for Summon Hellworm, damage and stronger summons, and for your Metamorphosis, put 2 points in it with Destruction Demon, damage scaling and dominance, and put I think 14 points in Sigil of Summons, and max into Rampage with all of your other stuff. For the Paragon setup, for first board, take Blood Frenzy, for the Evisceration support. Second board, take Dominion with Eco Carapace. For the third board, take your Demonology list with your Fathomless, and your second last board, take Demonic Speakerless with Death Aura, so you will get a lot more of maximum rather, and for your last spot, get Eldritch Sight with your great hacks. For your mercenaries, right here with more res, Alkin, and for your talismans, as I already said, go for either full horizons and enduring faith, or temerity, or horizons plus precision. So for the rotation, this is pretty simple. You will always cast your metamorphosis, cast your summon Acrium, and then cast a sigil of summons, your torch red, your common Lunatic fall, and then always spam your rampage until you have no dominance left, and then that should fall if you have enough enemies gathered around you. Now, I hope I could show a pretty cool guide with what you hopefully get your tower push 150 done. Please write down your strategies, how you're gonna defeat the tower, and also your clearance and your best time in the tower in the comments down below. And if you like this video, please leave a like and a sub. Would appreciate it a lot. And until next video, bye.